I think I basically predicted this. I was one of on the radio station, the True FM. I basically predicted it. In fact, I said that it would be good for the president to have a commission of inquiry. The commission of inquiry is very important because these issues that were raised by Commissioner Mkwanazi are very sensitive issues, and they may need a policy reform by the way of legislation. Because remember, previously, you would have politically appointed commissioners, and that had a little bit of a problem. As a result, we had career police officers as commissioners. And when it was political appointees, you could see that everything that has to do with the police was done by the commissioners. But all of a sudden now it has been changed. You don't see a lot of announcement and what is happening on the ground within the police services being announced by commissioners. It's announced by politicians, and obviously it gives them a hand to find themselves operating with operations when they are supposed to be doing the oversight. So coming back to Indabaye Commission of Inquiry, you need to see whether those allegations brought in by Commissioner Mkwanazi, whether they are true or not. And obviously, then you need to make an improvement in terms of what is happening within the police services in order to avoid what is going on. So the Commission of Inquiry will assist. Relating to the minister, obviously the minister, we cannot say that he must be fired because these are allegations and they need to be tested.
Serious allegations.
Very serious allegations. But no matter, or I must say that the allegation may be serious, but we need to prove them that they are true and they need to be tested. Hence, you need to suspend the minister or you give him what we call a special leave. So for me, I think the president did very well by appointing the Commission of Inquiry.
Some say this Commission of Inquiry may take up to a year because the interim report is expected after 3 months, and the next one after 6 months. No one knows what will happen after 6 months, whether it's going to be continued. What is your view from those who think this is just political, they are trying to manage the political dynamics?
I don't really think that they are managing the political dynamics. Remember that those allegations affect the executive, which is the minister. They also affect the NPA because when Mkwanazi was making the allegation, said that some of the cases are being bungled by the NPA. And also he made allegations to the judiciary or magistrates. So it's affecting the whole system of justice. And obviously, it needs to take a little bit of time. I think it's very important to do that inquiry, because there has been a lot of rot we criminal justice system, and that is as a result of what was happening during the apartheid era. Remember, during the apartheid era, you would find that the police were used. At some point, the IFP was used. There was what was called black on black violence, and that was within the police. Then we had Commissioner Fiver or Pfizer, who came in, and after him, then there was Silevi, and Silevi was found to have been mingling with criminals, and he was actually charged, and he went to jail for that. Then after him, it was Cele, and Cele was found to have mingled with with the tender system. So you would find that it becomes a part of the culture of the police, and we need to do a cleansing within the police or within the justice system itself. Having said that, it does not mean that all the police officers are like that. But when you have corruption at the top, it's really worrying, and it's easy to filter down. Uyawufumanisa into yobana ngoku even namapolisa asezantsi will be doing that. So we cannot afford to have a commissioner that is criminal. So I think we need to have something, and we need to deal with the root cause of the whole system, and the only way to do that is the commission of inquiry.
But was the commission the only route that is available? Azikho ezinye mechanism zokuphanda from within the system? Because this
there's quite a lot of other mechanisms. For an example, one of the route was to have the parliamentary inquiry. As we would have seen, we case Yagwa ESCOM, they did a very good job. But obviously, once they have done that, you will still need any process to deal with that. The other process is to use public protector, the office of the public protector, and the office of the public protector. It could still be challenged in court. Also, the commission of inquiry result may also be challenged in court. But remember, here we are dealing with the people with a lot of experience in judiciary. A person who is acting as the deputy chief justice. So there's quite a lot of people, the people who has been there in courts. So I think this is the best route to take, although there are other options. But the other options may take a little bit longer, even up to 3 years. But this one, if you challenge it in court, and you can have a route of taking it directly to a constitutional court, and it could be sorted out within a year.
Okay. And I just want us to look now, Doc, to the The political significance of General Mkwanazi's allegations, do they pose sort of a serious threat to the president or the ANC?
Are you saying is he is a threat to the ANC or the
The
president?
allegations, the
Yes.
allegations themselves,
Mm,
because the minister comes from the African National Congress, and he is
mm.
linked to the to business people who are allegedly involved in criminal actions.
I don't think really, because what Tim Kwanazi is bringing in, it's not new. What is new is that these allegations now are coming directly from the police services.
Mm,
These allegations that there is a link between the police services and the criminal syndicates have been there.
mhm.
But they have been brought in by the courts and some people who are the writers of the books. And obviously, when they come from that angle, they are not that serious. But it has been known that the ANC has been mingling with the criminal justice system. For an example, even Mkwanaze himself and the National Commission, the Police Commissioner, Fani Masemola, within 6 months after Fani Masemola was appointed, there were allegations relating to a 52 million tender in 2022. And there was a direction or a directive
Mm.
from the Minister of Police, who was Fikile Mbalula at the time.
Mhm.
So these things are not new, but now they are very serious because they are coming from the police services itself. And I
Yeah.
think what is happening is that the police officers, they don't want to be used as scapegoats by the politicians. Um, uh, they are kind of tired of that, and
Mm.
they need to bring these things to the fore.
All right, Doc. From where you are sitting, do you think this announcement would likely restore the public trust, or maybe they are going to raise significant questions around this decision?
At first, because I want to believe that at first
Mm.
there will be a lot of things that we will hear, and obviously they will have a problem in terms of reducing the public trust.
Mm.
But if we take seriously those recommendations that will be coming up from the commission and we address that report appropriately, then that's how we're gonna bring back the public confidence. But as we speak now, people don't trust the police, because how many people would you hear that they have reported a number of issues? For an example, murder cases.
Mm.
If you can Google a number of murder cases that have not been solved, you will find thousands of them. The children who got lost, there are a number of them that are not there. So people do not have confidence in the police services as we speak. And unfortunately, they are losing also confidence to the president, because the president is seen to be indecisive or very slow in making decisions. But I think this is one of the steps to restore the public trust in the police services, provided that report is used. And I think that the president has done that with South African revenue services. He had the commission of inquiry, and he used that report to rebuild that organization. He has done that to NPA, and he used those reports to rebuild that organization. But there seemed to be persistent attitude, or the politicians are more persistent in trying to weaken the NPA. You would hear that from the statements that were made, by the head of that institution a few days ago. And I think once she gets tired also, we might find the kind of a press conference that Mkwanazi has made.
Yeah. Let's take Tabile Sovita. He says commission of inquiry is as good as what you do with its findings. To date, what has been done with Zondo Commission findings, and how confident are we that the work of this commission will lead to any prosecution? And my follow-up question to Tabile's view is really the powers of this commission. Will they be given powers to subpoena, to prosecute, and all that, or they just investigate and hand over the report to the president? Yes, I do understand that the president was not elaborative in terms of the terms of reference, etc.
Yes, I think what is being said that the commission of inquiries are as good as their findings, I think she is correct in saying that. But I think when we talk about the state capture commission, that was very broad, and it involved a number of politicians. And most of those cases need to be tested in court. But I think from the government side, there was a little bit of laxity in terms of applying that. So obviously, as the citizens of this country, we will be very skeptical when someone says he's going to appoint a commission of inquiry. But this commission is as good as a commission that I have referred to, that looked at the South African Revenue Services and the National and the NPA. I think there the president tried his best to use that commission. And I think in this particular case, I want to believe that this is not a very long investigation that will be done. It's from 3 months to 6 months. I think that the president, what he has done in this commission, he has given them powers, because what he has done, he knows that he does not have powers to fire the officials within the police services. And he said that the commission needs to recommend what needs to be done to the officials. By virtue of that, I want to believe that they will be given powers to recommend because obviously you are not taking away the powers and functions that are given by legislation to the national commissioner. So they will be recommending that certain people must be suspended or certain people must be fired. And I think that once they have done those recommendations, I'm not sure whether they are recommendations or they will be final, but I think there is some power that is given to that because the president don't want to fire the officials within the police services, and then he is giving powers to that commission to do that, and probably even the national police commissioner will be affected, and probably even Kwanazi himself will be affected, maybe by special leave or something. Remember, even themselves, they were implicated in some of the other issues.
Yes, that's
I
where the
think
concern is. Yeah, that's where the concern
this
is,
commission
Doc.
has been given a lot of powers. It's
Yeah.
just that we will see then what has been promulgated. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the concern is, Doc, because the president just took care of the political head of that department, which is the minister of police, and nothing has been said about the officials, particularly the deputy commissioner. So, are we expecting the incoming acting minister Kachalia to work both with the National Commissioner of Police and the deputy commissioner, because nothing was mentioned about him?
Yes, I think that's what he is trying to do because he is bringing in someone who is independent and not from the political party,
Mhm.
but someone who knows the law and who will be independent in dealing with the issues. I think that is commendable from the president to do that because once that person comes in, he would have the powers in terms of the legislation, and obviously the commission would give some recommendations in terms of what needs to be done to the officials within the police services. But I must say that we must not only look to Mkwanaze and Masemola. Probably a number of people will also be affected. Even within some other, for instance, the iPad and others. Because what you see there is that the institution has been infiltrated such that when you see you are seen to be doing your work, you will be charged. Because some other innocent people might have been charged, just to silence them. And even the question of Mkwanazi himself, you would see that when you read today's paper, there are attempts to fight him back.
Mm.
But this time now, they are using law in terms of fighting him back. But I must say that there is a dirty game happening there.
Yeah.
People are dying and all of that. Criminals are involved within the police services and all of that. So,
Yeah, interesting, Dr.
so
Head.
it's mild when when you are being fought in this particular manner, and probably Mfanazi could see that things were getting worse. We don't know what made him to be so bold and called that press conference. last week.
Well, before I release you, Doc, this is just a random question. Could this commission, will it backfire on the presidency if by any chance it supports what General Kwanazi has been saying? If it supports or it confirms the allegations made by General Kwanazi? Don't you think it would then still
I
be
don't
backfiring?
think it will really backfire because if it confirms it, it just tells you that the president was bold enough to get to the root of this. And then he needs to act on it. And I want to believe that he would probably act on this because he is a political head. And obviously, within the political organization, he could be getting some other pressures.
Yeah.
But remember, the president, for him, he would have long left as a president when the Palapala issue came in, but they convinced him to stay. And if you listen, you would find that even now he tells them that if you don't want to listen and act in this manner, you are free to fire me. Anytime you say I must resign, I will resign. So when you have somebody who is also willing to resign, he would probably do the right thing. And for him, it is anyway his last term now. So I think
He has nothing to lose,
the
perhaps?
South Africans will be behind him to act on this.
Well, interesting days ahead, Dr. Kwaza. Thank you very much for your time. And of course, as because this is indeed a developing story, and as the story develops, we will contact you from time to time just to dissect this matter further. Because my understanding is that they will not be starting like hitting the ground running on the 1st of August, because the two key people are serving notice until end of July. That is the acting Chief Justice as well as Professor Kachalia. So it's going to take time to set it up and look at the terms of reference and all that. Maybe it will start in September. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But yeah, thank you very much for your time, Doc.
Interesting times indeed. Thank you so much, Keith,
Okay,
and
thank you very
also
much,
to your
Doc.
viewers and listeners.
Yes, the last one, as I release you, XRP Bandit. Uti, same like the last time and every time. Says a lot, does nothing, and nothing comes from it. Well, time will tell. Thank you very much. Time check now, it is exactly 5 minutes after 9. That was Dr. Makosi Koza, our political analyst. Thank you very much, Doc, once again.
Okay, thank you so much, Keith. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Singasemoyeni ke iveki le yonke, I know that is going to occupy news throughout South Africa and beyond. And the question abantu abayibuzayo into yokubana ibingekho nenye into ibinokwenziwa to expedite this, because i-commission ingathatha 3 months, 6 months, a year and above, and what will be happening. Well, sizothetha ke tomorrow morning we continue with this subject until si exhaust iphele. Okwangoku, the story is not dead, it continues. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for listening.